Let me say a lovely good morning to one and all. Welcome to today's edition of To The Point. Yes, it's the second day of January. And should I say Happy New Year to all of you listeners via Classic Radio, those of you viewing GBN TV, good morning and Happy New Year to you. If I missed it for some reason or the other, I didn't message you yesterday and say, hey, Happy New Year. And somehow, if I didn't, well, let me take your time to correct that right now and say good morning and Happy New Year. Certainly hope all is well with you thus far. Hey, it's the first Friday in the year 2026. Yes, the first Friday, and it's the second day within the year 2026. Good morning to one and all. Hope all is well once again. We're going to have an open line edition this morning on today's edition of To The Point, which means you listeners, you viewers alike, have the option of calling in 435-2041, 435-2041, and I beg of you to, of course, just be brief in your contribution as we always do, so that we can accommodate as many callers as possible. All right, and keep your contribution, of course, short. Let's take the first call and say good morning. Caller live. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning. Happy New Year, and wishing you a healthy, productive, successful, and prosperous 2026. May you always be blessed with peace, joy, happiness, good fortune, and just remember to practice love and be kind to show compassion to others.
Thank you. And I send the same to you in return.
Right. I just want to briefly address a caller who spoke some time ago about the behavior of a certain member of parliament on road, which he termed to be discourteous. Well, my friend, I respect your position, and I'm not saying that you're being untruthful, lying, or malicious, but I believe, to the best of my ability, the behavior of the MP was probably misconstrued or wrongly interpreted by you, or undoubtedly so you were overreacting, or maybe you failed to think carefully before analyzing what actually occurred before publicly reported it. Nevertheless, your criticism was constructive, and you know, not malicious. But it must be noted that that member of parliament was the only statesman whom all Grenadians love, remember, and remains the most popular, and he is a man of integrity and impeccable character, and continues to serve his constituency with distinction. But you're not malicious. But so I want to wish you, my friend who reported it in the alleged incident, because that MP is just the most popular and he's loved, and he serves his constituency with distinction. So I'm not saying that you're lying, but you're probably overreacting. So I want to wish you all the best, and JT, and this program I want to really appreciate GBN for tolerating, and you as the host being tolerant towards me and other people, because it is important that we get our ideas out, that if something's affecting us, we talk about it and we come to the point. So thank you for the opportunity for using this platform, and I will continue, and may you be blessed and have a great 2026 and beyond. But most of all, I'm wishing you health. Good health is important than all the money in the world. So bye, and everybody have a great day, and continue to love each other, love your country, and try to serve humanity. That should be your resolution for 2026, including me. Thank you, JJ. Have a good day.
Thank you, and have a good day yourself. Certainly, I do appreciate your contribution this morning. 435-2041. That's the number for today's edition of To The Point. We have an open line, and as I mentioned in my conversation with Innocent, I kind of want to be in all airs this morning. I just want to hear from you this morning, so I'm giving you the opportunity to do so. We do have another caller. Caller, your life. Good morning, welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning, brother. How are you doing? Happy New Year to you, man.
I'm blessed in last year, you know.
All right.
I saw it in last year, and he was looking physically, mentally, spiritually good.
All right.
2026.
All right.
But they go battle the war in any case, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my first concern was long Joel and saw them all your time in any case, you know, drive on the road and thing in any case. The road is very bad. The vehicle passing on the south side, when parts and things damage on the vehicle, government will give a duty-free concession, I think, give them something cheap. Because it's real bad. So what I want you to do now with any kind of donation in any case, if you get some tip, I don't know about the steel slab to put on top of the foundation, but if you get some tip inside the stone, because you want to put the stone in the hole and you tie with some tar, you always run along up the pass, you will skate out in any case. So if you get some tip, the one you put on the ball pitch and thing, and pay the whole place with the tip, and you hold them better than the stone. But nobody listens in any case, because the whole animal is very deep on guns, and you pass through the vehicle and things, you ain't looking good.
If I to tell you, you know, okay, today being the second day within the year 2026, I think we have complained about the road conditions for the latter part of 2025. Let's give the authorities some time once again. The year just started. Yeah, well, I'm saying, just let me make my point. I'm saying, give them some time. Another couple of weeks. And if we see there's significantly no improvement in the conditions of the roads, especially, we know the reason or the reasons why the road is in the condition that it is in. Not so.
Yeah, but they have to mend the people to drive on the road. They have to do that. Not like tell them.
I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying they don't. You know.
Yeah, but the laps are too long.
I understand. So, okay, let me hold my point. The last part, the
last part too long. People are getting damaged through the same hole in the road. So they know that to make it better than what it is, and getting people with technology and who are plan to do it better. What became our advice on the radio to what to do, we find it better to do. Put something in the hole that could last for a good while. But when you hold dig up with all the stone, they put inside it, and the vehicle go inside the boom. They might bypass all the vehicle expensive. I know vehicle I don't walk and thing. I understand where you're coming from. I'm just saying, there's nothing we could do for it about it in the immediate right now. If you're trying to get where I'm coming from. Do you think we're talking green up for too long, nothing doing? If we're talking a long time ago, give the government in the past advice and the people this one advice and they doing nothing still. The man something is wrong.
All right, bro.
The HIPAA stop and thing in front of the bus stop, the bus stop in Johnson the Garden today. What are they about? Our big HIPAA stop, what they do the formation, we are limited still. And all this stop on the sidewalk. They walk and stop when they go in. And when the rain fall, you go back in the drain. See, they clear the whole spot, clear all the stuff, the side will be clear. And they won't go on the drain and block up the drain.
All right, bro. Let's thank you a whole lot. Have a blessed morning. Yeah, and let's not stress over it. The year has just begun. Let's not stress over it too much.
Yeah, keep on 26, but we have to give them some fire for them to do what they have to do.
All right, man.
Do what they have to do.
Take it easy. All right. 445-2041. 445-2041. I plan to be all ears today, and I'm sort of jumping out of my what I plan on doing today. That's why sometimes it's not good to make a plan, right? 445-2041. 445-2041. Let's get another caller. Caller live. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
I have a tendency to want to, if I can do that, educate people. And I've always said education means being able to people to handle themselves, think critically, and make good judgment. Now, as far as I'm concerned, when we say something is a point, or whatever it is, we say it's an established fact. 2 and 2 is always 4. All over the world. A tree is a tree. A house is a house. But we have different types of houses. So people giving a suggestion or saying we'd like to do that. As far as I'm concerned, we are not making a point. A point is all over the world, or the majority of the countries in the world know 2 and 2 is 4. So then we have a right to say we're making a point. If I'm telling somebody how to plant a tree, that's my idea. Whether it be block or tree, fig tree or whatever tree, that's my idea. It could be a point. But no one, I think, should be able to tell somebody, once they say 2 and 2 is 4, and a tree is a tree, and they call different types of trees, then they are making a point. But if you are suggesting that somebody shouldn't do that because so and so and so, then you are not making a point. That's your opinion. Your opinion could be based on facts. Because you could say 2 plus 2 is 4 plus 2 is 6. It's established. It's based on facts. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Have a good morning. Have a good morning to you. 435-2041. 435-2041. That's the number here for you to call in and go live. It's to the point. We have an open line edition this morning. We're moving down to just around 12 minutes after 9 o'clock here on today's edition of To The Point. 435-2041. Remember, you have double options of calling in. You can also call in via the WhatsApp or send a message via the WhatsApp. And I certainly government will accommodate that. We have another caller. Caller live. Good morning, welcome, and all the best for 2026. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, using your analogy, it's like you say, it's too early in the year. So I want to agree with you. But when things been prolonging for years is what the guy trying to, which it gets redundant. What you said, like, give a couple weeks. But this is like, no, 3 years in this new government. I have a point. I have to compliment the new resolution, compliment the what you call hospital, which has gone through some trials and tribulation that was there, and they now have stepped up their game with that whole hospital. But again, New Year's resolution. Take a page from St. Lucia. This thing is about 3 years now. No United International Universal Health Insurance. You're going to give them another 2 weeks? Yes. Another month? Yes. Okay, another thing. The hemp. You can get taxes from the hemp. That's another what? Give them another 2 weeks? Another month? No, those things should be taken care of because you can get taxes from the hemp. Okay, another thing. The road. I won't even touch that because the guy mentioned that already. Okay, health, food, security. We have a threat with the war and we get the gas from Venezuela. That's the way. We can't get into another field with them because they divide. They want our oil. They want us to divide and fight each other so they take our oil and take control of our lands. We can't give them weeks, months, and years. These powers that be, the ministers, have to step up in their game when it comes to universal health insurance, okay? And I have to compliment the hospitals, the people for doing a great job that they've done. Resolution for the day is that you don't see much, and I'm glad that you won't see them. But when you start off with saying that give a week a month, it scares. God have a blessed new year for your staff at the station, and you don't say much, but not enough.
All right, man. Have a good morning. Blessings goes out to you, man. Thank you so much. 435-2041. We drew for our first break. Let's take it. And on returning from the break, we continue with the calls. Stay with us. To the Point Classic Radio, GBN TV. We will be right back after the short break. Don't touch it out.
Mobility, a common theme woven into the very fabric of human history. From ancient wanderers to modern explorers, our instinct to move, to seek something greater, and to grow has always driven us forward. Imagine a journey into pathways of boundless opportunities and endless possibilities. A collective future where the vibrant rhythms of the Caribbean, rich culture, and welcoming community create unforgettable experiences. Beyond citizenship by investment, we believe in our collective investment of time, resources, and energy that fosters innovation, creates jobs, and enriches lives, driving the growth of an entire nation. The Investment Migration Agency Grenada boasts over a decade of exceptional service and remains committed to guiding you toward global mobility and economic freedom through investment. Your journey becomes our shared story of progress and prosperity. This is an invitation to be part of something greater, something enduring. Begin your journey at imagrenada.gd. IMA Grenada. Unlock the possibilities.
Just like a freestyle, the life block flowing mile by mile. It's legacy, a beat that don't stop like Bob Marley said. One love on top. BCUH water out of sight, but it's always wrong. Don't lose the light. From factories and wells so deep, corals, mangroves and fish they weep. Green water for the garden, keep it green. Save the cash and the earth gets clean. We use the water with a mindful mind. It's out of sight, but never far behind. In nature, the answers always flow. Like water running pure, the cycle grows. It renews itself, same drop, same beat. It's all good, man, you got the heat. Water flow, water flow. No clean water, no vibes they grow. Protect our water, protect our future.
Time to go.
welcome back. Welcome back to our listeners. Welcome back to our viewers. Once again, it's To The Point, the open line edition for today. It's the second day of January 2026. Yeah, I think I got a hang of it now. We're into a brand new year, brand new month. Yes, folks, it's an open line edition this morning. Your calls are welcome. Let's hear from you this morning. As I mentioned this morning in the intro, I'm all ears this morning. Certainly want to just hear what you have to say. Of course, what's that feeling that you are having thus far? What's that feeling that is coming over you as we're moving to 2026, or just the second day within the year? How do you feel about it? Let's hear your calls. Let's get your opinion, in relation to that. 435-2041. Let's get those calls rolling once again. The lines are open to you. Also, the option of the WhatsApp. If you do have a contribution you'd like to make via the WhatsApp, but if you want to do it in the form of a message, feel free to do that also. 435-2041. 435-2041. The lines are open to you. We do have a caller via the WhatsApp. Let's entertain this caller as we say good morning. Caller,
hello,
you're live. Good morning. Welcome.
Welcome. Have a good morning. A good New Year's. I wish you all the best for the New Year.
And the same goes out to you, sir.
Okay, I have two simple points. One, for 2026, I would like to see a better improvement on the condition of the market, downtown market.
Mm-hmm.
Grenada is hosting the Character Games. And people are coming from abroad, tourists coming from abroad to look at our beautiful country. And imagine behind the market, people complaining how you have a restroom or a toilet where people could pay 50 cents to go and deposit themselves. Let me put it this way. And you have people who having behind the market in a nasty condition, just openly peeing by the pipe and making the place dirty and all kind of thing, and tourists coming in the back there and buy things. I think it is necessary that for the sake of the beautifying of Grenada, especially when we have foreigners coming, our market where we're selling produce and things for tourists and other people, and the whole Caribbean might be here in Grenada, we should do our best to keep the market tidy and clean. If it means maybe security have to lock up people for that, that's a bad habit people have. I mean, just liming by the market and just doing your kind of stupidness and cussing and getting on or selling drugs or whatsoever is not in the best interest for a developing country. My second point on the issue is simply this. I have noticed that I went to the bus terminal the last time, and we have a set of young people, youths, that are just getting on for no reason at all. Our youth today seems to have a defiance attitude against authority. And I think we should start not only in the home alone, but in the school and other areas to break that. So that you see young people going to sports or whatsoever, and before a police talk to them like they want to fight. Before somebody tell them something, instead of listening, the ability to listen is gone. And our young people seems to develop in a defiance against authority. I think we should look at that squarely and try to put things in place so that our young people will not eventually end up in jail because of some stupid attitude that they developed when they were young. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, and certainly appreciate your contribution. All the best for the rest of the day, sir. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the, of course, let's go back to the phone. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning, welcome. Caller via WhatsApp. Good morning, welcome.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you. Good morning, and Happy New Year to you, all the GBN family.
Thank you so much, and same in return to you, sir.
I want to express my thanks for GBN, keeping me company here out in the, when I hear all the different voices and so on coming and all the different points, it kind of warms my heart.
Okay,
it warms my heart in the sense that, listen, I am in the cold, and just to hear the voices of people trying to develop, make progress to the country, it's inspiring. It's so, I'm using the word that is been used, it's transformational, because people have a voice. and let us, there's an inspiring speech. I just want to divert my attention to a young Grenadian, Jemani Williams, who's sworn in, and there's an inspiring piece of speech that he did recently at his swearing in ceremony. People are to listen to that. It provides us as Grenadians a sense of joy and comfort, knowing that we are out here in the diaspora. And listen, we are still we could still make a contribution to our little island. God blessings. Have a wonderful year. And listen, Grenada, I'm rooting for you. Take care. Be safe.
Thank you, sir. Bye. Thank you. And all the best goes out to you also. Thank you so much for your contribution also. 435-2041. 435-2041. It's an open line this morning for you listeners and viewers out there. If you would like to call in, make a contribution this morning on today's program, feel free to do so. And via the option that I presented. The WhatsApp is could be via message or a call. Or you can call in the direct line. We do have another call via the direct line. Caller, good morning. You're welcome. Let's hear from you. Caller, good morning. Caller, good morning. You're live. Caller, good morning. Are you there? Oh, well, I guess the caller was not ready for me. 435-2041. I have a message from someone via the WhatsApp. They're saying, good morning, GT, Happy New Year. Honestly, I support the caller. The market is really in a very nasty state. I'm going to read it as it is. And these guys smoking, drinking, obscenities, come on. Something seriously needs to be done. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you are live. Good morning. Welcome.
Morning, G.
Good morning. How you doing?
How are you, sir?
I'm doing all right. How are you this morning?
Good, and all the best to everyone.
Yep.
Everyone, with no exception. Everyone. Right. One other thing I want to say is with this beginning of this new year, new month, and new year, I think it's the best time to do a lot of self-examination. Right? Instead of looking outside of ourselves, it's good to always highlight what is to be done, what has to be done, what is to be done. A lot of us should do a lot of. It will do us a whole lot of good to do a lot of self-examination, right? Start looking within ourselves. How best we should look within to go forward. Because at the end of the day, GT, the thing about it is, we have to start with ourselves, right? With ourselves. In that, if we improve, then if we improve individually, then everything else will fall into place. No? I think if we improve individually, then everything else will fall into place. Okay, like the honesty, the sincerity, the trustworthiness, and I'm especially appealing to the authorities to do their best, because remember they're in authority, so they call the shots, right? And if they're in authority and they call the shots, then the population is looking upon them to do the right thing. But as I said, at the beginning of a new year, of a new month, of a new year, let us do a lot of self-examination, right? And I think that will bring us a long the good way ahead.
Thank you.
For the new year.
Thank you for your contribution. Also, 435-2041. The lines are open to you this morning, folks. Let's hear from you. And I do have a comment here from someone via the WhatsApp. They're saying, good morning, Mr. Telesford. I extend warm New Year's greetings to you and the entire staff of GBN. I commend you all for the excellent work you continue to do in keeping the nation informed. And I look forward to even greater accomplishments in the year ahead. As we move forward, it's my hope that our nation's students will benefit from stronger parental guidance and support, which is essential to their development and success. I also wish that we, as a people, will continue to unite unite, support our government in its efforts and its work towards making Grenada, our country, a better place for all. Let us continue to respect each other and contribute positively to national development. Kind regards. And that's coming there from a concerned citizen. Thank you so much for that this morning. Let's go to another caller. Caller, you alive? Good morning and welcome. How are you?
Welcome. Is this to the point?
It is to the point. Good morning.
So, just to the point, whatever the point.
Yes, it's an open line edition this morning, sir, which means you have the option of sharing your views and concerns in issues that you may have a bit of a concern with. Let's hear from you.
Yes, my concern is the lapse of investigation at the Central Police Investigation Department. Very floppy. Even the CID, very floppy. Mm-hmm. I see someone breaking into somebody's house. I call CID when they're breaking into the house. They never came. I call Central. Central never show up. After half an hour...
Caller, are you there?
Yeah, you there?
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm listening. Go right ahead, please. Caller, for some reason we are losing you in terms of the quality of your call. I'm not sure if it's your location. Caller, sorry about that, but we are not hearing from you. You may have to of course, change your location and call us back once again. 435-2041, 435-2041. We do have another caller. You're live, caller. Good morning and Happy New Year to you.
Good morning and Happy New Year to you and the whole of Grenada, Carriacou and Petit Martinique.
Good morning and same to you.
My contribution is only that I would like for the police in St. Paul's to really investigate and look into the incident that happened last Sunday in Laborie. Please do a thorough investigation into it, please. That's all I want to say this morning.
Thank you for your contribution this morning, and I certainly hope that the police department that you mentioned will do what is necessary, of course, to give you a sense of ease. 435-2041, 435-2041. We're moving down to 30 minutes after 9 o'clock this morning, and certainly to be taking your calls. It's an open line edition this morning. And I do have a comment here from someone via the WhatsApp, and they're saying, I'm extending commendation to the RGPF on the successes of 2025. The statistics is truly remarkable, and I want to wish them more success in the new year. However, some more work should be done on attitudes towards the public, especially when it comes of taking reports. Also, some more work in terms of that preventative side. Let's go back to the phone line. Caller, you're live. We lost that caller there. 435-2041, 435-2041. And that's the number if you want to go live this morning on today's program. You also have the option, as I mentioned, and we see a couple of folks already sending their contributions via the WhatsApp. Feel free to do that if you so desire. Maybe I should send a WhatsApp instead of calling in. Feel free to do that also. Let me say good morning to you, and there's another contribution from someone via the WhatsApp. They're saying good morning, host. Happy New Year to you and the GBN. However, I would like to see better work and efficiency in terms of businesses such as the banks, the government departments. This lackadaisical manner has to improve. All the best for 2026. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Gigi. How are you today? And Happy New Year to you.
Doing great. How are you doing this morning?
Right.
And Happy New Year.
Good. I'm sorry, Gigi, what I would like to say, I would like to see that the government start numbering buildings like how they number all electricity pole. So many people are doing this, how do you call it now? Delivery. Mm-hmm. I get big now, all kind of delivery. And sometimes they still have to ask where this person living and where this person living. So if the building's number, I think they could find it quicker, because you'll have odd numbers, right? You have even numbers, and you look at the building and you get it faster. Number two, I like the Minister of Agriculture to start wearing his tie properly for the new year. Don't teach the kids to wear the tie on the shoulder, because like the young guys, you're wearing the pants down. If you're teaching them that, that's what they're seeing. When they're going for a job, they're going to think that's the way to do, because I will get that job. So I'm like him to start wearing the tie properly everybody in the world all the way to tie. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you, sir, and have a good day yourself. 435-2041, 435-2041. That's the number. If you certainly want to go live this morning in terms of making a contribution, feel free to do so. Another comment from someone via the WhatsApp, they're saying parents must take responsibility for bringing up their children. Simple as that. 435-2041. We do have an open line this morning. Open in the context that you feel free to call in to express your views, your concerns, of course, issues that's of concern to you. I think I can put it off. It's better than that. 435-2041. That's the number. As we await another call. Good morning to those of you on our nation's roads. If you're driving along, please drive along with that due care and attention. I've been receiving some photos of accidents that have occurred last night, some this morning, and of course we want that happening at a minimal level coming for the rest of the year. We do have a caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning.
Good morning, Sandra. How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing this morning?
Well, I ain't doing too bad, but all I'm waiting on is GBN TV. I want to see something, man. Oh, Lord, I'm tired.
What's your location, sir? Where are you located?
North St. Andrews.
You're in St. Andrews. And so I'm assuming you usually watch Channel 7. You're not getting Channel 7 at your location?
At all, over 3 weeks now.
3 weeks. Okay. Well, that will certainly be looked into. Thanks for, of course, sharing the info. All right?
Yes.
Okay, man.
I'm tired, man.
All right, man.
I'm lonely.
All right, I understand. I certainly do understand. We do have another caller via the WhatsApp. WhatsApp, good morning. You're live, and Happy New Year to you.
Good morning, GT, and thank you, and Happy New Year to you, sir.
Yes.
And to your family. My contribution this morning is that I was doing some retrospect and some thinking in respect to the parking situation in Grenada.
Mm-hmm.
And, when I really took a deep dive at it, I came up kind of somewhat saying to myself, well, what can we do? What can we really do? Because, so much persons calling and talk about the parking along the side of the road. And they were saying that if you're going to buy a car, and then you should have a park at your house. But my question to that is that so you may have a park at your home, but when you travel out of that space and you enter spaces like, for instance, to the churches, and I look at most of our churches in Grenada, we don't have parking for people who come with their car.
Mm-hmm.
You look at the Anglican Church in St. George's. You look at the Pentecostal Church on Market Hill. You look at the Catholic Church on right there in St. George's, the Cathedral. And you look all the way around of all the churches, probably all over Grenada, and you find that, well, based on the audiences that they possess, maybe even when they have funerals and so forth, there aren't any parking. You look at even the Lacroix and Sons chaplain that they normally use for funeral. There's only a limited amount of parking that can park inside that parking lot. It doesn't have the parking capacity for what the seating capacity of the chaplain is. And I look around and I said to myself, it could be a daunting task to try to solve a problem like that, knowing full well that it is outside of just the parking at your home, where people can say, park at your house. When people venture out, it seems to me that there won't be any parking, and even probably a lot of the business places, both in St. George's and Grenville and all over, you ask yourself the question, where would they park? And then I came to the solution that maybe the only thing possible is that public transport is the only way forward if we're going to get that parking situation solved. In some instances, it could be solved by public transportation, and in other instances, it cannot even be solved. You may say, well, how do I mean? Because you say that not every public transport passes in front of every business or every church or every entity. So in the cases of where it doesn't have a public transport passing in front of every building, what would happen then? People would still need to traverse with their vehicles, and definitely they would need to park alongside the road. I can only say that initially maybe we did not have the proper what you call town planning or city planning that a lot of places normally do, and we can only see going forward from here what we can do. And I'm thinking that going forward, yes, we can do the planning. We can put in the infrastructure into places where people, if you need to park, you would need to suffice that there's a building that way you can park at your home, and other places, if you're putting up a business, you would need to have sufficient parking for people. But going forward from here, I'm not seeing that the backlog of the situation, we are unable to solve that. And I do want to wish everybody all the best. And we can only operate in patience, care for each other, and try at utmost to do our best so that everybody in Grenada can live peacefully. All the best to you, GT, and all the best to all your listeners today.
You have certainly changed the narrative in terms of how folks maybe have been thinking about the parking situation. I don't want to extend the conversation too long, but it's certainly changed the narrative, because when you think about it, so you're correct. In the immediate, there's not anything could be done about it right now. Thanks a whole lot.
Definitely.
Thanks a whole lot.
Thank you, sir.
Have a good one. We do have another caller. We do have another caller. Let's take this caller. After this caller, we go for the break. Caller, you're live. Hello, good morning. Welcome.
Sir, and compliments to you.
Good morning, and same goes out to you, sir.
And wishing you all the best for 2026. Right. Please, we made several calls on the radio station about Dusty Highway with the 6 humps the past government had removed from there. Please, we are calling on the Ministry of Infrastructure. Please, we would like the humps go back in Dusty, please. Please, sir. We really need it. It's been a while. We spoke to Mr. McIntyre about it on the program, and nothing has been done because innocent dog, these guys and them taking it like a runway for fighter jet. Please.
But wasn't there a complaint in reference to the humps as a reason why it was removed?
No. We didn't get no complaints on it, sir. No. It's been a while now. The workers went past in there to go to Chublu or to Spice Island Marines. You have times you have to step in the gutter. I see it with myself. Mm-hmm. You understand?
I understand. I understand where you're coming from, but I was of the assumption that the reason for the humps being removed was because of the complaints of the humps. That's why it was removed.
Could you repeat, sir?
No, it was my assumption that the reason the humps were removed is because they were creating a problem.
No, it wasn't creating a problem. It was helping the pedestrian cross and the people that there, the vehicles and some of the vehicles was racing. Most of the time, even you have times when the humps was there, some of them they was flying over it. But the humps was much better there, the 6 humps, because remember, inside there, they got hardware business players there. Mm-hmm. It's an active road. It's very busy inside there. Yeah, It's just like Morris Bishop Highway, especially like on Wednesday night and weekends and stuff. These vehicles just fly inside it, sir. You know, it's ridiculous, sir. You know, so try and do something for us, please, sir.
All right, thank you for your contribution. We have another caller who has been on hold for a wee bit. I should have been my final caller for this segment, but let's take this one and then we take the break. Caller, you're live. Good morning, welcome via WhatsApp.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning. How are you doing this morning? Happy New Year to you, man.
Yeah, Happy New Year to you too. Happy New Year to everybody. I just want to make a point for the new year. I observed that in Grenada, people support political parties as if they like, you know, there is a queen bee in a hive and you have soldier bee guarding the bee. Now, when a government in power and you are a supporter, you know that a soldier bee biting any intruders. Government was elected by the people to serve the people. Now, last week, one guy called and said how the community is supposed to clean the beach. I'm from St. Patrick. And when I heard that guy was saying that guy for a man, he's supposed to think more rational. He lives in New York, he said, and he was in St. Lucia on holiday. Now in New York, I sure he don't volunteer for nothing. I've been to Coney Island already. I've been to Prospect Park. Do we see in Coney Island and Prospect Park the community of New York does clean it? Now, when you defend in government, there is time for it and there is time for us to think logical. So we must do better than that and think more open-minded with things, you know. We have to evolve. Nobody work for free. When I was a boy, people used to leave their children by neighbor to go for 2, 3, 5 hours. Now, if you do that, you have to pay. So what are you talking about? People need job. We need people to clean Bathway Beach, like any other beach. Anyway, that's all I have to say.
Thank you. Thank you for your contribution this morning. Appreciate it a whole lot. Folks, we drew for that break. Let's take it. When we come back, we get into the final segment of today's program. Stay with us. Don't touch your dial.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
My granddaughter.
Welcome back. We're getting into our final segment of today's edition of To The Point. We just have approximately 15 minutes left to take you up to 10 o'clock. And let's go back to the phone line. We do have a caller live. Caller, you alive? Good morning. Let me see if I got... Is it me there? Okay, caller, you're live. Good morning. Welcome.
Yes, good morning. Now, I want to make a little recommendation. We need the money from bringing in the vehicles, the the many types of vehicles into the country. But I'm looking about the sizes of these, the big trucks, I say big trucks, the 100-ton trucks that are coming. They are mashing up the roads. So maybe we have to take more tax. Taxes are much higher, so that we'll get the excess money, not excess, we'll get the money to put it into the roads. Or we make alternative parks for vehicles. For example, we can just by the park in St. George's. We can dump there. Yes. If we dump there, or we could build piles and put parking space for the vehicles that come into St. George's, and the government charge a fee to park along, let's say around the park, as you would call it. That's by where they have the building up, the way they come for the gas or whatever it is. And this is what would help some of the problem, because you bring some of the money so that we do better roads, build better roads, and so on. In fact, to me, some of the contractors are given roads to be built, or even to run water. They charge a fee, yes, but they take tremendous, as you all would say, time to complete the road, because they have to show that the money they charge seems to be enough for the contract, or perhaps as they would say, they make a loss. So they have to speed up some of the contracts. For example, the one at Glen. I cannot see where you're helping to damage people's tires with the stones and this and that. Now, long ago when they used to build roads, they want to say the ancient stupid people used to put big macadam boulders so that the road would not be able to sink. Now they put in cross stones, or even what they say, or teeth or whatever it is. And imagine now they have heavier vehicles running. Isn't that, I can't tell you stupidity, but something is wrong with us. We're not scientifically advancing. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your contribution also. 435-2041, 435-2041. We go back to the phone line. Once again, caller, you're live. Good morning and Happy New Year to you.
Yes, good morning and Happy New Year to you too. What I would like to really see is the return of the print media. I think it's time that a lot of people miss the weekly newspapers and think to read on a weekend to take up some time, I think. So I would really like to see the return of the print media. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you also for your contribution, and best wishes goes out to you. 435-2041, 435. 10 minutes can count in before we take a wrap for today's edition of To The Point. It's an open line edition this morning. As mentioned, of course, you have double the option of calling in. Let's hear from you, your views, your concerns as related to issues. It's our first edition for the year thus far. Good morning to you, caller. Welcome.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning.
Happy New Year.
Same to you, sir.
I have a comment on two of the previous callers. So the one that spoke about the parking by the churches and other businesses and stuff. I don't think that our issue is the parking by the churches or the businesses or people going directly to a business or these stuff. The issue is there are a lot more vehicles in Grenada now. And more is coming. And persons who are purchasing vehicles, they are purchasing vehicles in this form of individually. So if I buy a car, it's for me. If my sister who lives in the same house or my brother lives in the same house, they buy a car for them. And everybody goes out and parks along the roadside, impeding other road users, pedestrians and drivers alike. Take for instance, if you look at the areas, Montu, 24/7 there's vehicles parked on the road. You understand? So much so that it has become the one-way traffic lane. So that is the compounded issue that we're facing now. More so and more. You look at you go up to Molyneux, it started. Persons started parking on the side of the road. So yes, it has to go back to persons who are buying vehicles need to have parking spaces for their vehicles off the public road. because it causes accidents, not just with vehicles, but also with pedestrians. Sometimes the pedestrians have to walk in the road in order to get to and from where they need to go. The second issue, not issue, but the second comment of your previous caller regarding our mentality as Grenadians and this defending government is a big problem and it's getting worse. Our duty is not to defend government. Our duty is that the government defend us. And a lot of times nowadays, that is what is happening. That is, we're fighting against one another because we support a particular party. We do not like our government. We do not like this person. We argue and we fight. So much so that, it's distasteful. Mm-hmm. You understand? It's getting to a point whereby, and I'm a youth, I'm looking at what is taking place nationally, regionally, internationally. You understand? And it's like all we're doing is defending who we voted for. Even if they're doing wrong. If they do something wrong, we shouldn't say anything about it. You understand? We should only blast the good stuff. We shouldn't say that they're doing nothing wrong. All of us wouldn't get. And that is just a simple fact of life. All of us would never, ever, always get. So, in order for me to, if I'm not getting, then I need to say something. But if I say something, then I'm demonized as I don't support. You understand?
Yes.
And it's sad. It's sad for our country. You understand? Anyway, thanks much.
Thank you. Appreciate your contribution, man, and best wishes goes out to you. All right. That's a totally different perspective there. 435-2041, 435-2041. We steadily climbing to the top 9. That's what we're going to take a wrap for today's edition. We do have another caller. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Welcome.
Yes, we just call for a while again in any case.
And I beg of you to be brief, please, huh?
Yeah. I was a battery in the middle of the paddle last year, yeah? I was a battery in the middle of the paddle last year in Liberia Beach. And all the day before, I'm very still on the beach still. I saw a photo of a photo in my trade. Mm-hmm. All the day before, I'm very still on the beach and battery in Liberia. And you have a group of people who are function who do a big project in the lake. And if you go down and you see, you wonder if they are getting paid for that, or if money spent for that. I mean, telling you, they are different, you know. Right. Now, you have some holes in tongue in Scott Street, they had a tongue. So I'm talking about holes in the other tongue. And city, I don't have better roads and that, better holes when you're in a bus and you put on your head when you're in a bus. The government to come out and do what they have to do. Nobody will tell them, supposed to pass around the minister, they're supposed to go around and see all the work and get it done. They don't do no favor. You say they could do better than who was there. They might come and show us a proven better than who was there before. You don't come and tell them every time and you want to do that and then come on, so what can you do? But still, after calling money a month up, you have to walk and build green and make green better than how it was in the past.
All right,
but young people to come tomorrow, you have a blessed day.
You
enjoy
too, man, and best wishes goes out to you, man.
Only best of 2026. You know?
All right, man. Don't beat up too much. 435-2041. We do have another caller via the WhatsApp. WhatsApp, you're live. Good morning.
Good morning, GT.
Good morning, sir. How you doing?
Happy New Year
to you too.
Bright shot, man.
Yeah.
How was your New Year's?
Pretty quiet for me. You know, more or less kept it family oriented. Yep.
No, I was asking if you watched the ball in New York City drop because I know
no, I didn't. I didn't.
Okay. But that's good. GT, well, I'm back in New York, not in St. Lucia no more. GT, what I want to say, GT, I just want to piggyback on a little something there. Okay, GT, I remember in the revolution at GT, I saw you maybe be to Sotters and the city had court in Sotters where all the netball and basketball played, right? Mm-hmm. GT, we was the one who built GT. Alright,
when you say we, you're talking community oriented?
The community.
All right.
The community, everybody come together and we build the hard court. Okay, what we used to do again, GT, we will go to different communities and then like we cutlass the bushes at the side. Same thing what they do in the Calabudi bushing now. We used to do it ourselves. Again, something we used to do again, GT, we'll go down to the beach. Name Bushery. I'll show you maybe familiar with Bushery. We used to go down there, we clean up Bushery, and then we go to Mount Craven Beach again, we clean up, we do it ourselves. Why we need government to pay people to do, to clean the beach at GT, when we are the ones who dirty it ourselves? Because we have functions, some of us, and we don't clean up, you understand? So if we volunteer as beachgoers as usual and clean the beach, what's wrong with that? You know what I mean? I don't have no problem with we doing that.
I don't think anyone is going to have. I personally don't think anyone is going to have a problem with, of course, we as a people in a community cleaning our community. I don't think no one is having a problem with that per se.
I heard a gentleman a while ago, and like you said, the government should pay people need work. We are the beach goers, GT. We use the beach. We play football. We play cricket. We do high jump. You understand? Most of it could also be seen as a form of employment for individuals who are unemployed. Not so, right? I have no problem with that, GT.
Okay,
let's say, for example, like the drainage, GT. I don't know if you recall. Remember before I used to call in the Ollies and say, GT, when they're cleaning that drain today and whatever. I don't know if you remember that.
Not too sure.
All right, and then we have people in the community used to prepare like little snacks and things for you to eat. You know, when you finish, you get juice, you get whatever. We have to bring back that, GT. We have to bring back that community love.
Do you feel, by all honesty, do you think that is even feasible or possible anymore in today's world?
Yes, GT. What we have to do, we have to bring back the groups and then GT. We have to bring back the groups, like you see, the National Youth Organization, all these groups and then GT. We have to bring back. Once we bring back that, then we could get the community love that we have. But we have to volunteer to do it. We have to volunteer to go clean our beach. We're going on the beach, let us clean the beach. And I was saying for Battery, for example, at GT, okay, look at the people with the total minding and thing. These people and them, they should be able to clean the beach and make sure that people take care of the beach. Put security on the beach that when people have events, that they clean the beach. Just like that.
But you know the security would not be for free, right?
Well, somebody got to get paid. No problem with that. Somebody got to get paid. Well, GT, maybe
I'm just pulling your fancy this morning. Have a blessed morning, bro, and all the best for 2026.
And GT, I want to reach you and your family all the best for 2026, and I'm looking for good and better things, and also the family of GBN. And GT, I really thank you for being very patient with me and giving me the opportunity to express my views.
I'm changed today. Today, I'm just giving you an open ear. For the rest of the time, for the rest of the year, I'll be a bit tough on you. All right?
No problem. I love that. Take care, brother.
You too, man. All the best. All the best. We do have another caller, which will be my final caller for the morning. Caller, you're live. Good morning. Welcome.
Good morning, Joe. How you doing, brother?
Doing great. How are you this morning?
Happy New Year, brother.
Happy New Year to you also. Thank you.
You know, I asked the minister, I think what they was at, for the 500. But $17 million for 17 houses. And I think I was finished. And he was like, I can't say $17 houses. But when you're building houses, Jay, what you don't know is that when somebody do a plan for a house, the builder will do, they call a costing for that drawing, right? And physical planning would give an estimate, I think it's $400 for a square foot. So you would do the square foot of the house, and then you would charge $400 for a square foot, so that you would build a house and you wouldn't bust. What I'm saying, this little house of mine building, right? It's a foot in the house and it's small. So how come this project cost $17 million? It's easy to estimate it. If the house is so small, it cannot cost $17 million. It's simple as that. So you have a lot of legal fees. I thought the land was government land. What legal fees you have to pay to build that little house on it? Understand this? So what is $17 million go? Because when you build in a house, now, it's a plan. You know that for yourself. You build a house. The builder would do an estimate of the house. And he would charge you based on the size of the house. And then he build it for you. Right? So all this money spent for the me, where the money go? Let somebody tell me where that money goes. Anybody with common sense in the head, that political cost $7 million. Anybody who thinks in the street, it's a political biasness. That $1,000 will cost $70 million. That's common sense. So when you talk about you have to pay legal fees, what are legal fees you have to pay? What is legal fees? Minister, they don't understand how houses are built. They don't understand the process to build a house. They don't understand how houses are built. They don't understand how much money physical planning would sell a bill at the charge individuals. You know, my charging $350 per square foot. You put a cost on the drawing and then you come figure for the house. That's simple as that. So we are not. Have a nice day, brother.
You too, sir. You too. Thank you. Have a great day yourself, and the best wishes goes out to you. Grenada, that's what we're going to take a wrap for today's edition of To The Point. Thanks to all who called in, shared your views, shared your concerns. Certainly do appreciate it a whole lot. Have a great weekend to come. We'll be back with you on Monday of next week, and we're getting to, of course, as we will say, our regular programming. Until then, have a good one, folks. That's where I say goodbye for today. Have a good one. Goodbye.